Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy and this is Unlucky Morpheus. This video should be pretty popular, judging by the amount of requests I got for this song. It started a couple of days ago when somebody called Tim Custer, Tim, you were the first, popped in a message saying, oh, Unlucky Morpheus have released a new song, and I thought, oh good, I'll have a look, you know, when I get round to it. And then I got lots of messages, Arman Sadowski, lots of people just ding, 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 Uber Noodle X, and then I got direct messages sent to me. So Yo-Yo Drift sent me a direct message instead of putting it in the comments. Arman Sadowski again put comments in and sent me a direct message. So anyway, that's, you know, and other people. I'm sorry if I've missed you out, but believe me, I got lots of requests for this. So I did Unlucky Morpheus just before Christmas. So when the channel was like 2 weeks old or something, I did 3 Japanese songs, one after the other, that all featured the same singer. So there was Doll's Box. That singer being Fuki, of course. So there was Doll's Box, Lightbringer, and Unlucky Morpheus, and I liked them all, but I think if I remember rightly, I liked Unlucky Morpheus the most. Doll's Box was certainly then, because I was very new to Japanese music at the time. I'm an old jaded person now, but back before Christmas in the distant past, I was new to Japanese music, so the Doll's Box thing kind of threw me a little because I wasn't sure what was going on. But the Unlucky Morpheus was much easier for me to connect with, and it was great. I mean, I haven't listened to it like 100 times since then, but I remember it just stormed along and it was just brilliant. And the singer, Fuki, who I just couldn't get my head around the fact that she was in like 3 bands or whatever. So they've just released this. How to explain this? They've released a song called Cadaver. And then you'll see that there's a / Revadac, which is Cadaver backwards. And it's 2 songs. I haven't heard this yet, by the way. I have not heard this, but I got so many requests for it that I thought I better go and find out what all the fuss is about. And what they've done is, as far as I am aware, is that they've written this song Cadaver, and then they've taken the score, that is like the you know, the sheet music for Cadaver, and then they've played it backwards, not in a subliminal message kind of way, but literally playing the score backwards, and made another song called Revadac, which is Cadaver backwards. Yeah, I don't know what this sounds like. I don't know whether it works. I don't know whether it's just a gimmick. I don't know, but well, we're about to find out, aren't we? We're going to find out together. So, but you know, Fuki's got an amazing voice. The people in Unlucky Morpheus can all play like demons, if I remember rightly. And I just remember it being really good last time. So I can't remember how old that song was that I listened to last time. I don't know. It might have been a couple of years old. So, but this is brand new, so new. I'm hoping that the record company doesn't shut me down or something. You know, block it, which can happen. It's just the way it is. So. This is both songs. This Cadaver followed by Revadac. How am I going to say that? Revadac. It's the only way I can think of saying it. So this is 9 minutes because it's the song twice. Yeah. So let's see what we get. Click that. Click that. Put this in. Proceed. Okay, so crikey. So that was Cadaver. I have one thing you'll know if you've listened to some of my other videos, is I have a thing about violins and cellos and you know, sort of orchestral instruments in metal songs. Is that one, they sound fantastic when you can hear them, but two, and more overriding I think, is that usually you can't hear them. You quite often see someone soaring away on a violin and you can't hear them. And I mentioned that, I remember I mentioned that in the last Unlucky Morpheus. You know, I think I said, you know, there's somebody playing the violin there, but you can't really tell. You know, you've got to really concentrate to hear it. Whereas in this, they've brought it much more to the front in the mix. It's given its own little solo part and everything. I love that. I just love it because it just sounds so good. That's the thing about metal. You can incorporate anything into it if you do it right. But if you don't do it right, like you sometimes get metal bands, every metal band, it gets to a certain size and it goes and plays with an orchestra because they suddenly get ideas of grandeur. And sometimes it sounds amazing, but quite often the metal band just keeps turning themselves up so that it's a waste of time. I remember seeing Metallica playing with an orchestra and you couldn't hear the orchestra. I mean, it was like 40-piece orchestra or however many they were, and you couldn't hear them because Metallica had been turned up so high in the mix. That was a while ago. But if it's done right, like it's done right here, it just adds such another dimension. So this is an EP. There's 3 songs on it. There's Cadaver, there's Revadac, and there's something else. I can't remember what that one was. I don't remember looking. So it's not an album, but it's just come out. I will probably be buying this already. I haven't heard the other half yet. So that was half of it, and now I believe they play the score backwards. I mean, I noticed them using backwards bits of video there. Did you see? I noticed it on the drummer, as instead of doing this, he was kind of, his arm was looping back, and I thought, oh, he's playing it backwards. They're playing the video backwards. He's not playing backwards. So yeah, I saw them playing bits backwards in that video. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in this video. I should just shut up and we should just play it. Otherwise, this is going to be like 50 minutes long. Ready? struggling for words, struggling. That's just great. That is great. That is great. And notice bear in mind that I've just heard it. I've never heard it before. It's the first time I've heard it. So when I hear it a few more times, maybe I'd be able to say more intelligent things. But at the moment, all you're getting is me just going. I noticed on the first song, Cadaver, when they were playing forwards, that they'd sprinkled a lot of instrumental parts in, and you can see why, because of course if you then play the score, because a lot of songs, you know, you've got your intro, which for something that just gets released as a single tends to be quite short because they won't just get on with it. So you've got your intro, you've got your chorus, you've got your verse, and then you've got maybe a bridge, and then a chorus, and then a verse, and then a bridge chorus, bridge chorus, solo, bridge chorus, end, exit. Did I mess that up? I'll start again. Intro, verse, bridge chorus, verse, bridge chorus, solo, bridge chorus, maybe you'll drop the bridge, and then end, ride out. But they didn't do that, so they structured it so that they'd sprinkled in more instrumentals, so that, because if you played that first structure that I just mentioned backwards, you'd have this solo at the beginning and nothing at the end. You see what I mean? They were just like, so they'd structured the song so that at both ends there was a the ride in was like a ride out, and they'd put in a solo early on so that when you play it the other way there's a solo later. Is this making sense? And I noticed that when I heard the first half, and then it became more reinforced in my mind when I heard the second half. So, you know, you can see how they did it, how they thought, right, okay, if we're going to do this, right, what's the structure of a song, you know, and how can we get around that? More prevalent in the second one was even some Nightwish, and it was the no, and with the and I just got Nightwish, obviously the much more upbeat metally Nightwish, but I even got some Nightwish out of that song. But fantastic musicianship. And in fact, you know what, forget that. Aside from musicianship and aside from the production, which I always go on about, and that somebody pointed out I always go on about the production. Production's important. Aside from all that, whatever, was it fun to listen to? And absolutely just bags of fun. It's just, and I'm getting this. I'm definitely getting this, because I just thought what a great pick me up this would be if this came on in my car, or playing on random, and boom, Finn drops a song like this, because you would just be like, yeah. I don't drive like that. but you just, yeah, and you put it on wherever you want, whenever you want picking up. I never read the words to these things. Never. I don't read the words to things when they're in English, when they're in Japanese, when they're in German, or whatever. I never read the words unless I have some compelling reason to do so. So the fact that I don't understand what she's singing doesn't really matter to me. Her voice is so listenable, the melodies are so great, but the music just charges along like an express train. Quite liked it. Are you getting the impression that I quite liked it? It's just great. It's just great. And if everyone in the UK could go out and buy that would be great. Because if we sell something, if it sells something like 20,000 copies in the UK, they'll come over and tour. So for purely selfish reasons, if everyone in the UK could buy that, please, that would be super. Because I'd love to see them live. I would love to. That'd be just so entertaining. That drummer must be on steroids. Anyway, I'm just going to go on and on and on, so I'll stop now, but that's just, I can see why everyone's so excited. It's just brilliant, and they deserve, you know, worldwide attention. Just great. Just great. thanks for watching. I'm sure if I listen to that a few times, I might have something more intelligent to say. But the problem with doing one of these is these sorts of channels is that I listen to it for the first time here and now. So that's just my initial impressions. But it feels like there's more for me to get out of this, which is good for me. So maybe I'll have some more ideas about it after I've heard it a few times, but you won't get to hear those. So anyway, hope it was okay. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I always forget to say, could people share this and subscribe and like the video and stuff? The thing about disliking the video, I don't mind. If you want to dislike the video, that's up to you. But I sometimes think that people dislike the video because they dislike the song. But you're not. But YouTube doesn't think you dislike the song. YouTube thinks you dislike me. And if you dislike me, then dislike it. But if you dislike me, why are you watching it? So I don't mind you disliking me. I just don't want people to be disliking things because they don't like the song. Because YouTube thinks that you don't like me, and then statistically it hits me. Who cares? If you don't like it, you don't like it. Just dislike it. Yeah, but you know, subscribe and like and all of those things. And thanks for watching. And I'll get off now because I'm gone a bit hyper watching that. I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.